In the event that you're unaware of this fact, obsession is a tether. Tethers bind things and they slow things up and hold them back, and they even prevent things from happening. See, the thing with a lot of people that they don't get right in this process is that they set the intention, but they never send it, meaning they're not placing it in the sacred space. They're so obsessed over it that you're actually holding up the process to the point where the process has not even initiated yet. Let me give you an example. With money, money's always a big one. I remember years ago, I went into this spiritual shop called Guru's, and the proprietor was talking to me. And he was telling me that him and his wife have 2 stores. And there was a point a few years ago from that moment of conversation, which was quite a few years back, that him and his wife were always worrying about money. They always thought about money. They couldn't stop thinking about money. He said, we kept thinking about money. Money never came in. Money never came in. And we were worried. We were concerned. We were afraid. We were always thinking about money. Money never came in. And he said to me, the moment that my wife and I stopped thinking about money and stopped even being concerned with it, that's the moment the money came in. Why? Because, again, obsession is a tether. You become obsessed consciously. When is my manifestation going to happen? How come I haven't seen it? I've been doing all the work. I don't see anything happening. Nothing seems to be going on. Obsess, obsess, obsess. These are tethers. And these are also chains. And what happens is that if you continue to do this, you're stopping the process from actually initiating, let alone going through the steps that it needs to take in order to actualize these things that you're looking to manifest. So you have to understand, the moment you let it go, you're not thinking about it. You're not concerned about it. You're not aware of it. You just don't care. Just release it. Release, let go, jettison, cut loose, sever yourself from it, and just go on to other things. And let the universe do what it does best. Just, miracles and magic, man. I'm speaking truth. The moment you release that intention and you place it consciously in your sacred space, and you just become the embodiment of it by no longer giving it any more energy, because it's like the skin on your body. You don't have to manifest that. You've got it already. You're not worried when it's coming in because it's been here the whole time. You have to see it like that. Obsession is a tether, and that ties things up and it binds things together and it prevents things from moving and flowing and proceeding in a perpetual forward motion. Just stop caring. You ever notice those people that are very aloof and insouciant? The people that just honestly don't care about anything? I'm not saying that they're, terrible people, like they're insensitive to other people. I'm saying they're not concerned with the universe sending me this or not. They just don't care. And they always wind up getting everything that they want that comes to them just like that. While other people are like, why isn't that coming? I'm doing my best. I'm doing all the work. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And nothing's happening. That's why. Because you are obsessing over it. And you're just creating tether after tether that are now so entangled and knotted up, nothing is going to move. You are actually inhibiting the hands of the universe from helping you help yourself. So, in parting to this video, stop obsessing. Stop thinking about it. Set it. Place it in your sacred space. Become the embodiment and let it go. And don't think that I am above and beyond this stuff, because this is still a lesson I'm learning. I catch myself doing it. I'm not any kind of perfect person. I'm just like you. I'm human, imperfect. That's where I learn from. That's where my growth comes from. So I catch myself doing it. I'm like, here I go again, falling back into the predictive patterns and programming of my unconscious societal mechanisms. Here we go again. When something arises, you immediately go into panic mode. You immediately revert to a negative default setting of instantaneously envisioning worst-case scenario situations. You flood everything with fear and contaminate your sacred space with worry. You have to understand, worry is a wasted emotion. Fear is an illusion. Suffering is voluntary. Problems are illusions. That's what they want you to revert to as your default. tethering your feelings and emotions to these things, validating them, energizing them, giving them a life force, allowing them to manifest, and then to become these impassable, immovable objects. Like, what am I going to do now? I'm stuck. That type of thing, when it doesn't have to be that way. It's all about just not caring, in the sense that the universe has got it. I'm not saying be desensitized and numb and be a horrible person. That's a different type of, coldness. That's not this video. I'm just saying, don't concern yourself with your manifestations. Once you place your intention in your sacred space and you become the embodiment of it, let it go. It's practice, because we want what we want and we want it now. That's the mind. The soul says, I have it already. I don't have to worry. Worrying is a wasted emotion that is squandered by the mind of its precious resources on animating these things that are absolutely useless. You don't have to worry about anything. What you need to do is focus on placing your energy on things that you can change and things that you can control. That's all you can do. Because like it or not, there are things out of your control that you cannot change. And this is one of them. Because if you're obsessing, then you're blocking. And then you're going to become more frustrated, which is only going to serve to reinforce that obsession, which strengthens those tethers and makes those blockages irresistible and immovable. And that's not a good place to be, because then it's cyclical. I don't see what I want, so therefore, boom, it just reinforces it. Stronger, heavier, harder, tighter, until you're choked out, and then that's it. Nothing's going to move, because everything is glued in by that point, and that is not a good place to be. Patience. Why do you think they're programming you with video shorts, man? Think about it. Video shorts used to be 3 minutes, and then 2 minutes, and then a minute. Now it's like 30 seconds. Some of them are 3 seconds, and that's a long one, because they are unconsciously programming you to have no concentration, focus, attention span, or patience. I've said this in a previous video. And in doing so, you cannot create anything of substance, because you're not in one spot long enough to dedicate your energy to a substantial duration of time to allow that to happen. You can't build a house in 2 minutes. You have to design it, and you have to lay out the plans. You need all of the pieces and the parts. You need the tools and the know-how, and it takes time. When you take a seed and put it in soil, it doesn't just become a 400-foot redwood tree in 5 minutes. It takes time. Time requires patience. Patience requires focus and attention and concentration in order to create anything of substance. You see?